Okay, we are on to absolute value equations. But before we do that, we're going to talk about what is an absolute value. I'm not sure if you remember this or not, but absolute value is a distance from zero. Okay, your distance from zero. So one thing you have to keep in mind when you have the absolute value, so say between here to here, the absolute value of 4 means 4 is 4 units from 0. Well, the absolute value of negative 4 is also 4 units from 0. So a distance is positive, okay? A distance is positive. So find the distance between 4 and 10. If you look at 4 to 10, we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that distance is 6. Between negative 3 and negative 8, now make sure you have your number line correct. Negative 8 goes like this, negative 7, negative 6, negative 5, negative 4, negative 3. So that distance, 1, 2, 3, 4, is 5. The distance between negative 2 and 6 looks like this. So you have the 2 to get to 0 and then 6 more. So we have that distance is 8. Okay, and how that's written is the absolute value of x. Okay, absolute value is a distance between, or distance from 0. It's the absolute value of x. Okay, so let's look at a couple of problems. Alright, so these ones right here, we have the absolute value of x equals 12. Well, if you look at this, if you look at a number line, you have 12 here. The absolute value of 12 is 12. Well, if we go to negative 12, the absolute value of negative 12 is also 12 units from 0. So, when you solve this, you could have x equals 12 or x equals negative 12. Two answers. Okay? You always have two answers for an absolute value. Okay? The reason being, again, let me go back to this. If you have the absolute value of x equals 4, what we talked about was what's inside here could equal 4, or that could also equal negative 4, okay? Because the absolute value of 4 is 4. The absolute value of negative 4 is also 4. Okay? So, this second example, n plus 7 equals 10. Well, we know that, the absolute value of 10 equals 10. We also know that the absolute value of negative 10 equals 10 as well. So, when we split this, what's inside our parentheses could equal 10, or what's inside our parentheses could equal a negative 10. Okay, so you split it into two equations. One with the n plus 7. What's inside parentheses always stays the same. You have n plus 7 equals 10, or n plus 7 equals negative 10. And then you solve each equation. We subtract 7, we get n equals 3. Here, we subtract 7, we get n equals negative 17. So those are our two answers. Okay, I'm going to stop the video here and pick up on the next video with the next couple problems.